And what was your initial treatment, and did you have success with that?
Yeah, I actually did. It was Taxol and Herceptin, and um, I went stable for 3 years, I think.
Mhm. And then after that, you had some recurrence, I'm assuming, or?
Yeah, I've had progress, in the metastatic world, you have progressions, and I've had progressions. Now I just don't even count them, but I think I'm on like my 6 or 7 progression.
Mm,
Um, um, but right now the medicine is working, so yeah.
that's great. Now, when did you start your clinical trial? And tell us a little bit about the clinical trial that you were on.
Well, actually, then I had like a fourth progression, and it was on my ribs because my metastatic breast cancer, it had spread to my liver and ribs. And you think, oh my God, it it went to a vital organ. But for some reason, it's pesky fourth rib, and it had started progressing again on my fourth rib, and my doctor. I'm so grateful to her that she explained clinical trials to me and advocated for me to get on this clinical trial. And she said, this is a great clinical trial. I see it as a quote unquote miracle drug like Herceptin. And she said, let's try it. And I was like, well, okay, what's the guinea pig thing or whatever? And she explained to me, like, okay, there are so many things and so many protocols now that no, you can't be no guinea pig. And she started explaining to me, and she sat down with me. I was like, okay, I feel more comfortable. So that led to my clinical trial experience. And I was on it for 3 years, 5 months.
And that was the Destiny 2
Yeah.
trial?
Destiny Breast.
Okay. Okay. So you really, you didn't know anything about clinical trials until your
Right.
physician
Right. Yeah.
brought that up to you. And then, so you started that pretty soon after the discussion?
Yeah, everything was quick. They have to do all the tests, CT scans. I went through a battery of tests to make sure that I was, eligible for the trial.
Right.
And I was, and I was instantly on it, and
Did you see,
and
did you see, did it start helping pretty quickly after you got on that trial?
yeah, because I went stable, and stable in the metastatic world is good. That's what you want. I mean, the ultimate goal is remission or NED, but um, stable is what I heard, and yeah, I was stable during the whole time I was on the trial.
That's great. That's great. Now, did you have anything like financially or through health insurance or anything like that that was a stumbling block for you in this, or did everything for you go pretty smoothly?
No, the military to this day is still taking care of me. So I have like no co-pays. When I go get a prescription, if I have to get one, it's like $4.
Yeah.
So I've never had to like pay co-pays or anything. And I guess that's the blessing and that I'm grateful for, that I've never had to experience the military even saying, no, you can't have this scan, or no, you can't have this medicine.
Right, right.
Never. So no.
Yeah, that's great because I know a lot of people don't have that safety net. And that's
Yeah.
another worry, especially going through clinical trials. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you ended the clinical trial in what year?
Well, I had to end it in 2021 because what's this? No, 20.
This is 23, but
No, I got COVID in,
um,
dang, 2021.
okay. I know
Yeah.
the last few years have are
Yeah.
are
I'm like,
so,
dang.
so
Yeah,
COVID
yeah.
ended the trial.
And it was COVID pneumonia.
Oh, okay. So you
So
that was
yeah, I had to go in the hospital. I was in the hospital for like 10 days. My white blood count went down to 15. I was breathing like 80%.
Mm,
Only reason why I went to the hospital, I'm like, I can't have COVID.
mm,
Sure enough. And the reason why I went was I started coughing really bad and I coughed up blood. And I
mm.
was like, Then they put you in this isolated room. And I was like, yeah, it's COVID. But one of the side effects of the trial is lung disease. So it affected my lungs. I had scarring on my lungs. And my doctor was like, we can't have two things attacking your lungs. So she was like, you got to get off of it. And I'm glad she did what she did. So I was sad, but my doctor, I trust her to the fullest. So, but
Right.
I'm back on the same medicine now, though.
Are you back in the trial? Or
No,
just
it actually was FDA approved. Yeah.
fantastic. So it's working for you again.
Yeah, I have a scan Friday, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, fantastic. Would you, at this point, if you were given the opportunity to enter into another clinical trial, would you do it? Do you have reservations or?
No, I 100% believe in trials. I think Black women need to participate in clinical trials because how can we know, how the medicines are going to affect Black women?
Mhm.
And not only, for Black women, but even for myself, I was explained, I had a great clinical trial coordinator. Anything that I needed or any questions, they had to go through my oncologist first. Like my oncologist was like, you go through me first and I'll, you know, or any questions or anything. And that's the part that I liked about, the whole process was they were in coordination, in sync. Even when I went in for COVID, pneumonia, the doctor at the hospital I went to was in coordination with my oncologist at all times.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, clinical trials, they're important research and it's top-notch research that we need. So, but I have no hesitation and I would do it again, most definitely 100%.
That's great. So it sounds like with your oncologist and all your physicians, everyone was always talking. Did you have to go far for the clinical trial, or were you able to do a lot of it at your regular facility?
No, I did it at my regular facility, but I live in Illinois and I have to go to St. Louis, Missouri for treatment. And it's just right across the border. So maybe like 25 minutes. 'Cause I'm like
Okay.
3 hours from Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't have to go far. But during trial days, I was there maybe for 9 to 12 hours
Mhm.
every
That's,
3 weeks. Yeah.
that's an exhausting day.
Yeah, it was long, but it was so worth it.
Yeah.
It's like it's working and I wouldn't be doing nothing else but sitting at home, but I'm adding the research, plus I'm saving my life. So